of Speak Your Game. Yes, another session with Jay Muscle, and I got a lot to talk about of Week 3 of the NFL. A lot of surprises, a lot of oopsies, and yes, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did fall to a 0-2 Denver Broncos. I'll put it to you like that. I will talk about that. And Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, got a win over the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to talk about that too. And you know it's week 3. And you know I'm going to have Muscles Monsters of week 3. Yes, those are Muscles Monsters of week 3. Those players that went off in week 3 in the NFL. I'm going to have the top 5. But first, I'm going to talk about these Baltimore Ravens and these Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboy fans, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all until y'all at least 500. I don't want to hear no, we going to the playoffs, we going to the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear nothing because these last 3 weeks of football have shown us what the Dallas Cowboys really are. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's slowly progressing into what I'm saying. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, one of the best quarterback, running back duos in the league are going to be one of the deadliest. I'm going to keep saying it. They're going to keep proving it. They just proved it this last game against the Dallas Cowboys, which they put a whooping on. And now we have got to see, and I have got to see the Derrick Henry that we have wanted to see since week 1. Derrick Henry had 25 carries and 151 yards for two TDs. He was running over the Cowboys constantly in this game. This is the Derrick Henry that I was wanting to see. Lamar Jackson, he was 12 for 15, 182 yards, 1 TD, 14 carries, 87 yards for 1 TD, 2 TD day. But the Ravens defense needs to step up. How the game played out, if Dallas had 2 more minutes, we could be talking about a different football game. For them to come back for an ending score of 28-25, you have to really look at the Baltimore defense and have to bear down to being able to hold off the offense better, the opposing offense better, and not let the offensive lead that they have progressed into falter. I mean, 28 points, 25, like I said, another 2 minutes, we could be talking about a different ball game. They could have went to overtime. Dallas, Dallas could have got the win. Dak Prescott, 379 yards, 2 TDs, and 1 rushing TD. He's the only guy running the ball right now. Well, that's sad to say for Dallas. The run game is terrible. The passing game is what it is. The defense, where they at? Dallas Cowboys, the hype is not proven. I'm gonna say I'm sorry to say it. The hype that everything that's been surrounding the Dallas Cowboys, it would seem like as soon as CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott got their money, the wins went away. I mean, I've always had this question for the past 3-4 seasons. How is the Dallas Cowboys America's team? How are they America's team? They haven't won since '92, but that's a different question. You know what I'm saying? That's a different argument for another day. The Ravens go into week 4 and they have to play the 3-0 Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills are playing some really, 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 really good football. They just walked all over the Jacksonville Jaguars on Monday in a good win. The Cowboys, they have a chance to redeem themselves with the Giants, but that's not going to be an easy win for them because the Giants just won and their morale's up. So it could be another dogfight for Dallas with the New York Giants. We will see. We will see. Now, if you Dallas Cowboys don't like what I just said about y'all's team, and you feel I'm being unfair to the Dallas Cowboys, you know what I say, come find me. I'm not hard to find. You can see me here at YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. J Muscle is never hard to find. And you can come right here on this show and we can debate about your Dallas Cowboys. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. There's not a lot of positivity about the Dallas Cowboys playing on the field. Let me repeat that. There's not a lot of positivity about the Dallas Cowboys playing on the field. You could bet yourself we could debate that all day. Speaking of YouTube, hey, go ahead and subscribe to Speak Your Game. Give me a like. Hey, I appreciate anything and everything of the fans. If you want to leave a comment, leave that too. The next game I want to talk about is the San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams. They went heads up, toe to toe. My dudes against your dudes. We gonna see who's gonna win when the dust settles. Can you cut the mustard? That is the question. And on Sunday, they battled. They battled well, but the Rams had that little bit more than the 49ers. 49ers fell 24-27. Field goal game, I mean, it is what it is. There's no Christian McCaffrey for the 49ers. Debo Samuels didn't play. So let's just say maybe the San Francisco 49ers offense is hurt. They ain't what they expected to be. Brock Purdy, 22 for 30. That's 73% for completions, y'all. Hey, all y'all who say Brock Purdy isn't a real quarterback, hey, y'all need to stop it because Brock Purdy is a real quarterback. He gets the job done every Sunday, day in, day out. Give that man his props. But Brock Purdy, 292 yards, 3 touchdowns, 10 carries, 41 yards for the game. Jawan Jennings, though. Woo! Jawan. Yeah, I hope I'm saying your name right, brother. But 11 receptions, 175 yards, three TDs. That man was catching everything that came near him. Hey, he just could not pull off the win for the 49ers. Matt Stafford, though, 16 for 25. That puts it for 64% in completions, 221 yards passing, 1 TD. It's Matt Stafford. We've seen what he could do when he was with the Detroit Lions. We just waiting for him to, I don't want to say be better, but I really haven't feel, I don't feel I've seen the Matt Stafford that everybody else wants to see, like the confident, not making Matt Stafford throwing for 300, 50 yards like he was with the Detroit Lions. I don't know. Maybe he still trying to settle down and figure out his groove. They do have his go-to receiver Cooper Kupp wasn't not in there. I mean, it's a ton of things that could be a factor for Matt Stafford. Kyren Williams though, 24 carries, 89 yards, 2 TDs, 2 receptions, 27 yards, 1 touchdown. Hey, he's holding down for the Rams. I like the dude. I just want to see. Really, to tell you the truth, I mean, it's 27 points. I just want to see a little bit more offensive power out of the Los Angeles Rams and some more you know what I'm saying, a little stronger defense. It's only week 3. You know what I'm saying? I do like the team. I do want to see them get deep into the playoffs again because their squad is killer. I mean, Devo, Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, like, that's a killer squad. 49ers will play the New England Patriots at home. I mean, it could be a game, or it could be a polish-up game for the 49ers to get everything right and have their star players get in there and maybe work out a little chemistry for the next game. I don't know. Or the New England Patriots do have a good defense. It might not, you know what I'm saying, it's not really a walk in the park. It's just the offense that can't keep up. The Rams will play the Bears in Chicago. Another game that could go either way. Depends on what Los Angeles Rams show up. If the elite Los Angeles Rams show up, even with this good developing quarterback in Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears, it might be a hard, you know what I'm saying? It might be a hard game for them. Real hard game. Well, I kind of been dodging this game, and y'all all should know why. The Buccaneers and the Broncos. Broncos walked into Raymond James Field, and they just wanted it more. They was 0-2. They wanted to win. Their rookie Bo Knox, one of the best games of his career. 3 weeks into the job. You know what I mean? 25 for 36, 216 yards, 9 carries, 47 yards from 1 TD. He didn't get a passing TD, but wasn't like he wasn't trying to. He looked really, really good out there. And if the Denver Broncos put the right pieces around them, it might give them a shot to take a good couple swings at the Kansas City Chiefs, but that's not no easy fight. The Kansas City Chiefs is like prime Mike Tyson. Like it won't go well. The Buccaneers, for the past 2 weeks with the Buccaneers, if you've watched the games, you have seen Baker I'll even go and say the past 3 games. You've seen Baker Mayfield dodge defenders. In week 1, it worked out in their advantage. Week 2, it worked out for the win, but also at the same time, he got sacked like 5 times. 4.5 of them by Adrian Hitcherson. Shout out to him because he was a beast in that first quarter. This game, 7 sacks on Baker Mayfield, and these past 2 weeks, you just see Baker dodging these defenders, and yeah, that's cool and everything because he's extending the play and it could work out, but you got to question that offensive line. We really haven't seen the run game really, really work out well. Like we most fans like myself have expected. Bucky Irving, I've been raving about this running back. I've been waiting for him to have like at least a 100-yard game. He got close this game with 9 carries, 70 yards. I would, if the Bucks could get all their players, key players healthy, that offensive line working good, the Bucks could be a good, contender for the Super Bowl and to get deep in the playoffs. But that offensive line and the run game is just so, I have to say, important to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' success. Chris Godwin, 6 receptions, 53 yards, 1 TD. It's just got to get better for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We see the talent. We see the potential. We're just not seeing the results right now. It is week 3. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe soon they can get it together. Kalijah Kancey still hasn't made it onto the field. You can see Tampa Bay did not have the defensive pressure on Bo Knox of the Broncos at all. Like, without Villa and the rest of the squad, the Buccaneers are going to be subpar on that defense because they have no pressure on the quarterback. It was bad, and it don't get any better for the Bucks because next week, this coming Sunday, they have to play the Philadelphia Eagles at home. So they dropped this easy one. Now they have a hard one. I do believe they got the Falcons, the Saints, the Niners. I almost feel like maybe the Chiefs are in there. Like, they have a very crucial 6 games with some high elite teams, which is either going to make them or break them. So we will see. The Broncos go to MetLife Stadium to battle the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. We'll see if they still got that magic or not, and want to play better and fight more than the Jets. I could say that could be an up in the air game. You never know. Any given Sunday, you can win or lose. Ain't that what Al Capone said? This last game I'm going to talk about, I literally had to watch twice. I had to watch it twice. It was that good of a game, and also one of those games where you're like, really? Most people, most fans would have thought that the Bengals would beat the Commanders. Let's be honest. Like, the Bengals, if the Bengals played correctly, the Commanders wouldn't have stood a chance. Let's be serious. But shout out to Jaden Daniels. Like, talk about putting a team on your back and say, move out of the way, and I'll get it done for you. 21 for 23 in completions. I repeat that. 21 for 23 in completions. Jaden Daniels, like, wow. 254 yards, 2 TDs, 12 carries, 39 yards for a touchdown. Like, when I watch Daniels run, it reminds me of a guy named RG3 that had that franchise on the up, and then injury struck him, and he wasn't any good after that. And I get nervous watching Daniels. I do. I get nervous. I'm hoping that franchise, Washington franchise, surrounds him with good players to keep him protected and progressing. because they have something really special in that quarterback. We seen it against Joe Burrow and the Bengals on Monday. It was rather a nice game for Jaden Daniels. Joe Burrow, 29 for 38 in completions, 324 yards, 3 TDs. I mean, he can't throw the ball and catch it. He can't do everything, and he can't play defense too. I mean, let's be serious about it. Jamar Chase, 6 receptions, 118 yards, 2 TDs. How's it going to get better? They 0-3 for the first time since like 2005 or something like that, or 1995. One of the two. Like, I think it's 2005 though. But when you look at Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, you instantly think playoffs because they have that potential. Does this mean they're not going to make the playoffs? Not by any means. They could go on a 10-game winning streak and completely trash the whole league and be at top of their game. That could happen. As of right now, how they're playing, there's a lot of mistakes that are being made, a lot of miscues. The defense is a lot of misreads. It's just not the type of football we're used to seeing from Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that AFC division and conference, it have heavy hitters. And I feel like there's very little room for error to mess up in that division. I mean, yeah, the Cleveland Browns aren't doing well. The Baltimore Ravens are in there. I mean, anything can happen in that division. It's just when's that success level for Joe Burrow and them they're going to break through? It's just a real question to see. Maybe this will be their pick me up to get back to that elite level. I don't know, but hopefully they do, because I do like seeing the Cincinnati Bengals get their win and their type of offense. Shout out to them. Well, we're coming to the part of the show where every week I pick 5 NFL players that showed up and showed out on Sunday. Now, I take in stats, touchdowns, and whether that team won or not. So even if a quarterback throws for 600 yards and the team loses, he will not make Muscle's Monsters list. It all goes together. The stats, touchdowns, and the wins, it all goes together to make my list. And it's my list. My list. If you don't like it, go ahead and comment or come find me. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Leave a comment. Say, I don't like your list for whatever reason. Hey, and I'll respond to you. You may not like my response, but I'll respond to you. So, Muscles Monsters for week 3, and I'm going to start with number 5. Number 5, Deontay Johnson of the Carolina Panthers. Hey, the Carolina Panthers, are trying to prove themselves. They've had a quarterback change. They changed from Bryce Young to Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton really isn't isn't really a quarterback that, that you need to take lightly. As you see, like they did end up winning that game. He had 8. Johnson had 8 receptions, 122 yards, 1 TD. Hey, Carolina Panthers! Shout out to y'all getting that win in. Everything's but up, going but up. But hey, Bryce Young, keep your head up because you are still the real deal, man. Hey, shout out to you. Coming at number 4. Hey, he makes the list again for a second week. Not a second week in a row, but for a second week. Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to him with 17 carries, 147 yards, 2 TDs. Hey, that was Saquon Barkley going to the Philadelphia Eagles was the best move that he could make. As we've been seeing these past 3 weeks, he has been getting into the groove there in Philadelphia, and as long as he stays healthy, hey, he's gonna keep Philadelphia in the running. And if Jalen Hurts knocks down the mistakes a little bit, the Philadelphia Eagles gonna be something to deal with. But coming in at number 3. Man, you know I had to get my dude Derrick Henry up in here for the Baltimore Ravens. Man, hey, I've been waiting for this dude to show out for, in Baltimore. 25 carries, 151 yards, 2 TDs. Hey, Derrick, I'm expecting you to keep doing this week in and week out. Keep running over these defenders. The real definition of a running back. Derrick Henry, shout out. At number 3 and number 2, I couldn't believe I was doing it myself. But like I said, he ain't no somebody to take lightly. He's been in the league for a while. You could call him a veteran. Yes, I am talking about Andy Dalton of the Carolina Panthers. Hey, he was 26 for 37, 319 yards with 3 TDs. He has to make the list. Hey, shout out to Andy Dalton. He could have came in there, played mediocre football. He could have just went through the motions and just took, let the Carolina Panthers take an L. Instead, he stepped in, said, hey, let me go ahead and lead this team. And guess what they got? A W. Shout out to Andy Dalton coming in at number 2. Number 1. I've been talking about this man since week 1. And somehow, ever since I said something about him in week 1, he has made his way on some type of way onto my show, whether I'm talking about him or he's making the list. And he must have heard me. Hey, Mr. Allen, Mr. Josh Allen. Hey, I apologize, man. I was just calling it like I see it and analyzing the game. You came out here for the past 3 weeks and got a W for your team. Yes, Josh Allen, number 1 on Muscles Monsters Week 3 list. And I mean, if y'all didn't see the game, I suggest y'all watch it again. Josh Allen, 23 for 30, 76% incompletions with 4 TDs, and he had like 6 carries for 44 yards. He showed up, showed out, got another win for his team. After I was talking about how he's going to have to come out and prove what he could do with the weapons that he's got. Hey, I'll be quiet for a little bit, Josh Allen, man. Hey, go ahead and keep balling, man. Keep balling, Josh Allen. Shout out to Josh Allen of Buffalo Bills, number 1 on Muscles Monsters list. Hey, you never know who's going to reach the list. You never know who's going to win on Sunday. You never know. You never know. But this is going to be the end of my session of Speak Your Game. I got a special shout out to my Total Apex family. Yes, Total Apex. If you ain't never heard of us, you ain't never seen us, go online, look at Total Apex Sports or Total Apex or the Herald. We are out there making changes, making moves. Total Apex. J Muscle here. Speak your game. I will see y'all next time. And if y'all got some words for me, come find me. This is J Muscle. Hit those